जय जय श्री वृंदावन धाम,
जय जय श्री वृंदावन धाम।
बोलिए श्यामा श्याम की
जय। श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की
जय।
जय। राधे राधे। राधे राधे एवरीवन।
राधे राधे।
Please turn to page 170. I'll be explaining this beautiful kirtan that Sri Maharaj Ji gifted to us right before he ascended to Golok in November 2013. Page number 170. If you have your phone with you, please take it out and check it to make sure it's turned off. I won't be needing dholak right now. Nothing. Oh, no, dholak, yes. Good. So the book is just for your reference to see what is being sung. I will not ask you to repeat after me. Can we have a couple of books in the front, please, on the lady side? Ladies' side. Everyone, please settle down quickly. Page 170, 170. Ladli Lal ki jai. आनंद मानंद कर प्रसन्नम प्रेम स्वरूपम ब्रज भावयुक्तम योगीन्द्रमीड्यम भवरोग वैद्यं गुरुं कृपालुं प्रणमामि नित्यम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर् गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Jagatguru Shri Kripaluji Maharaj has bestowed countless graces upon this world. He lived on this earth for 91 years, and that is very merciful of him, because many saints have spent only 30 or 40 or 50 years on earth before ascending to the divine abode. And during his divine life here on earth, Sri Maharaj Ji has gifted us the philosophy which is the essence of the Vedas and Vedic scriptures. And that knowledge has been given to us in the form of discourses as well as devotional songs. So this evening we explore Sumiran Karle Mana, Chin Chin Radha Ramana. And I'll be singing it. I'm not asking you to repeat after me. The book is there just for your reference, and I'll be pausing to explain. सुमिरन कर ले मना छिन छिन राधा रमना छिन सुमिरन कर ले मना छिन छिन राधा रमना हरि गुरु दोई अपना, हरि गुरु दोई अपना, गहु इनके शरणा। सुमिरन कर ले मना, छिन छिन राधा रमना। The aspiring devotee is addressing his mind. Sumiran Karle mana, chin chin Radha Ramana. O my mind, meditate each and every moment on the delighter of Radha Rani's heart, Radha Raman, Sri Krishna. Radha and Krishna are one personality, one God in two different forms. In the area of pastimes, leelas, one God becomes two. He takes the male form of Krishna and the female form of Radha. Mamaiva paurusham rupam gopika janamohanam. In Brahma Vaivarta Puran, Radha Rani says, when I assume the male form, people call me Krishna. I am known as Gopi Janamohanam. I am known as the one who attracts the hearts of the gopis. Radha Krishna yor ekasanam, eka buddhi, ekam manah, ekam jnanam, eka atma, ekam padam, eka akriti, ekam brahma. At eva dvayor na bhedah kala maya gunati tattvat. Radhika Upanishad says Radha and Krishna are one. One mind, one intellect, one knowledge, one soul even. One form. Everything is the same. No difference. There is no difference between them. But when there's a need to perform pastimes for the pleasure of devotees and for the sake of the world, that one God takes on countless forms, but to speak of two forms. It's very important for us to know that Hinduism is monotheistic. We believe in only one God, no matter what you hear on the outside. There are a lot of misconceptions, but we believe in only one God. Eko Devaha, say the Vedas, there is only one God. But Ananta Namarupaya Vishnave, that one God has Anant, unlimited names and forms. Two of them are Radha and Krishna. So, O my mind, meditate on, do Rup Dhyan of the one who delights Radha Rani's heart. Meditate on Sri Krishna. Chin chin, each and every moment. It's not being said, oh my mind, think weekly about Radha Krishna, about Sri Krishna. Think once in a while about Sri Krishna. Chin chin, each and every moment. Because devotion to God is not an activity that we partake in once in a while or on weekly basis or a daily basis. Devotion is a state of mind in which we must remain at all times. Just as a mother loves her child 24 hours a day, every day of the week, 24/7, she doesn't love her child once a week on a Sunday, does she? She doesn't love her child once in a while. She always loves him. In exactly the same way, our mind must love Sri Krishna all the time, each and every moment. That is the aim. Yes, we are not there. We are nowhere near there, but that is the aim. So, chin chin, Sumiran Karle mana. Hari Guru doi apna, gahu inke hi sharana. Hari and Guru, God and Guru alone are yours. O my mind, surrender to them alone. How is God alone mine? Only God is mine, only Guru is mine. What about mother, father? What about my nearest and dearest ones? What about the ones I love? What about my family members? Our scriptures clearly explain that since we are the Atma, the soul, the only one who is ours is Paramatma, the Supreme Soul. Only God belongs to the soul. Only God belongs to us. And the ones we call our nearest and dearest ones, our own flesh and blood, the ones for whom our heart melts, they are related not to us. They're not? No, they're not related to us. They are related to our body. There's a very, very important distinction between the relative of the soul and relative of the body. And we must understand this. Knowing who we are is the very first lesson we need to learn. I am the Atma. So once we learn this, then it follows that only God can be mine, because Paramatma, the Supreme Soul, is the only one who can belong to the individual soul. For the Atma, there is only Paramatma. And if there is another one who is ours, that is the one who is going to lead us to Paramatma. That is the Mahatma, the saint, the Guru, the God-realized soul. We are Jivatma, God is Paramatma. The one who takes Jivatma to Paramatma is the one in the middle, and that is the Mahatma, the Guru. So only God and Guru are yours. Surrender your mind to them. Do your duty in the world, do your chores, fulfill your responsibilities. Do what you need to do in the world towards your family members. Do that with your body. Give your mind to God. We seem to think that that's very difficult, but actually, it's not so difficult. Because God says, I don't want anything to do with your body, and the world says, I don't want your mind. I want you to do your duty physically. Do your physical duty. And if you think about it, you'll agree with me. A husband wants that the wife should do her duty. Wife wants that a husband should do his duty. Parents want that their children should do their duty, and vice versa. Just do your duty. If you ask a child, do your parents love you? The child will say, yes. Are you sure? Yes. How is it that you're so sure? Because they give me clothes to wear, and they give me toys, and they give me, my mommy makes whatever I want to eat, and my daddy takes me to the playground. In other words, the child is just telling you that his parents are doing their duty towards him, and that's how he figures out that they love him. In the eyes of the world, when you do your duty towards your family, then they will think that you love them. That's all they want. That's all they want. Try not doing your duty for one day and see what happens. See if there's not Mahabharata at home. There'll be a big problem. So everyone in the world wants you to do your duty towards them. Your family members want you to do your duty, that's all. And God says, don't do your duty towards me. Don't just pay me lip service. Don't just say, oh, well, I've come to the mandir, I've done my duty. I don't want duty. I want only love. That's all I want. Bhav ke bhukhe hain Bhagavan. God is hungry only for love and for nothing else. God says, don't do your duty. Just love me, and I will accept anything from you. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati. Tadaham bhakti upahrit mashnami priyatatmanah. Bhagavad Gita. Shri Krishna says, I will accept a leaf, patram, or a flower, pushpam, phalam, fruit, or even toyam, water, I'll accept anything you give me with love. Granted, it's given to me with love, I will accept anything. So Sri Krishna says, I will even eat banana peels, if they're offered with love. Bhagwan Ram says, I accept even the tasted fruits of my dear devotee Shabri because she did it with love. With feelings of love, she picked fruits and she wanted to know which are the sweet ones, which are the sour ones. She wanted to give me only the sweet ones. So there was only one way to tell. You know, when you go to choose fruits and you say, I don't know which one is sweet. And somebody or the other will say, well, you know, you got to look for this and you have to knock at it like this. Or there's a color, it should be a little yellowish color at the stem. And you try everything, and at the end of the day, you can't tell which fruit is sweet and which one is not. It's just, it's a gamble. So the only way you can tell whether it's sweet or not is to taste it. And that's what Shabri did. I cannot let my Prabhu eat sour fruits. So she tasted them one by one and threw away the sour ones and kept the sweet ones. And Bhagwan Ram came and he ate those fruits. Tasted fruits. Bhagwan says, they are wonderful. They are so delicious. They're the best I've ever had because they're filled with love. So Bhagwan says, give me love, don't do your duty. Don't just say when you're about to leave for school or for work, you just look at me, you put me in a little closet, in a little drawer, and then you open that drawer up and you say like this, and you say, okay, I'm going to work now, and then you close me up, and then you come home, you open the door again, say, I'm back now, and you've done your duty towards me, or you light the deepam, or you light the incense, and you think you're done. But that doesn't mean anything to me because it's not done with love. You're doing it as a duty. Don't do your duty towards me. Give me love. The world says, who cares about your love? Just do your duty. So I ask you, is there a dilemma? Is there a dilemma? No. It's not that God and the world are both asking for the same thing, and you think, I don't know, God or the world, I don't know which one to accept. All the scriptures have always said, do your duty towards the world and give your love to God. So surrender only to God and Guru. Surrender your mind. Love God and Guru. And do not give your heart to anyone else. Just love God and Guru. And do your duty towards your family. Yah jag maye ka mana jana hoga ghar sajna. यह जग माय का मना जाना होगा घर सजना. जग में न कोई अपना एक दिन होगा तजना. एक दिन होगा तजना. सुमिरन कर ले मना छिन छिन राधा रमना. Sri Maharaji says, this world is your Maika. Maika is a young girl's parental home. She's in her parents' house first, her mother, father, siblings. But she knows that she will not always stay in her Maika. She will one day go to Sasural. She will go to her husband's house, where there's her husband, her in-laws, brothers-in-law, sisters-in-law. That's her Sasural. So this world is a Maika. You're not going to stay here forever. This is a temporary. You will go to your Sasural. You'll go to your beloved's home. Jana hoga ghar sajna. You will have to go. You will one day go to the house of your beloved. Your beloved Lord's kingdom, that is your true home. That is where you will live forever. Once the individual soul goes to God's kingdom, then the soul goes there forever and ever, never having to return. The Vedas say, Sada pashyanti surayah tad vishnoho paramam padam. That you don't have to come back. You do not have to come back from that divine kingdom. That is your permanent home. Yad gatva na nivartante tad dham paramam mama, says Shri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. My divine abode is such that once you go there, you don't have to come back. So, O my mind, understand that this world is not your true home. Your true home is the house of your beloved. So prepare to go there. Prepare to be with your beloved. That's your true home. You will live there for all eternity. And you will receive ever-increasing happiness once you are there. Once you are there, once you have surrendered to God, by surrendering to the Guru first, then with the Guru's grace, the Guru will then mercifully take you to your true beloved. He will take you to Sri Krishna's abode, Golok, and then you will live there forever and ever. You will receive what you have been looking for in countless lives. You will receive true happiness, ever-increasing happiness, unlimited happiness, everlasting happiness. That's what we want. What about this world? Jag mein na koi apna. In this world, no one is yours. Ik din hoga tajna. You will have to renounce everyone one day. This is why Saint Kabir says, Kabira khada bazaar mein, sabki mange khair, na kahu so dosti, na kahu so bair. Saint Kabir says, I regard the world as a marketplace. I meet a lot of people. When you go to the marketplace, or let's put it in modern context, when you go to the mall, you see a lot of people. You see a lot of people. You see them, and you may see your acquaintances, you may see your friends. You say, hello, how are you? And then you go your way, they go their way, and there are people you may never meet again. And that is what the world is all about. The world is just like a marketplace. Saint Kabir says, I don't love anyone, I don't hate anyone. I speak to people, I greet them, but I don't consider them my own. None is my friend, none is my enemy. So I don't love anyone and I don't hate anyone. You see, Sant Kabir says, I have only one mind. I can give it to the Lord or I can give it to the world. And I have decided to give it to the Lord. So I have no space now. I only have one mind. Or if you say, I've put God in my heart, then there's no more space left. Because God says, if you kept anyone else there, I'm packing up, I'm leaving. I'm not going to stay. You put me and you put the impure world in the same drawing room, in the same living room, same great room, same? No, I will not stay there. So Kabir Das Ji says, I do my duty in the world. And I exchange pleasantries, I greet everyone, but I don't have any friends and I don't have any enemies. One day we'll have to leave this world. Why form attachments here? We have formed these attachments lifetime after lifetime. But Adi Shankaracharya says, the ones you accepted, the countless ones you accepted as your own mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, children, cousins, uncles, aunts. You had so many relatives. In every lifetime, you had so many relatives. Sometimes human relatives, sometimes relatives in the form of birds, insects, animals, cats, dogs, donkeys, monkeys, and so on. Where are they now? He says, where are they? And we say, I don't know. Kati naam suta na lalita, kati va neha vadhura bhunjihi, kvanute kvanutascha vavayam, bhavasangah khalupantha sangamah. The first Jagatguru, Adi Jagatguru Shankaracharya, who was, by the way, Shankar Bhagwan himself, who had come down to earth, he says, you've had countless people you called your own, your near and dear ones, your own flesh and blood, your darling, your sweetheart. Where are these people now? The one you said, I can't live without you. Where is he? Where is she? We don't know. We just don't know. So isn't it time to reflect on who is really ours? Oh, my mind, don't you think you should think about who really is yours? There's no one of the world who is yours. One day you'll have to renounce everyone. So then we ask, well, what is the purpose of this world? Many ask, why did God create the world then? What's the need for the world? जग तन हित है मना, जग का पिता है अपना. जग तन हित है बना, जग का पिता है अपना. जग तो है माया का बना, जग तो है माया का बना. एक हरि ही है अपना, एक हरि ही है अपना. सुमिरन 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 कर ले मना, छिन छिन राधा रमना. What is the purpose of the world then? Oh, my mind, the world was created, it was revealed by God for the sake of your physical body. We need to take care of our body. The body is a vehicle through which we can reach our destination. You may know that the Upanishads say that our body is a chariot. Kenopanishad gives the analogy of the chariot. The body is a chariot, soul is a passenger sitting in the chariot. So that chariot is moving. The horses are the sense organs. The chariot driver, that's the intellect. The reins in the hands of the charioteer, that is the mind. Passenger is the soul, and the body is the chariot. So in this way, the chariot is moving. It wants to go to Anandapur, the city of bliss. It wants to go to God's kingdom. And it has not reached its destination, so this chariot has been traveling since time immemorial. Body is the chariot. It is the vehicle through which the soul will reach its destination. And the soul is encased within the body. And for the sake of the body, we need the world. We need to take care of the body. Sharira madhyam khalu dharma sadhanam. Through the body, we will fulfill our true aim. And so we need to take care of the body. And if there was no world, how would we take care of our body? The body and the world have something in common, very important in common, which is that they're both made of the same 5 elements: space, air, fire, water, and earth. Ramayana says, Kshiti jal pavak tej samira panch rachit yah adham sarira. This material body is made of 5 elements, and the same 5 elements have gone into the making of the world. So the world is for the sake of the body, and the body gets along really well with the world. It needs the world. It needs food. It needs nourishment. It needs proper vitamins, nutrients. It needs air, water, sunshine, clothing, shelter, so many things that only the world can provide. So God has revealed this world for the sake of the body. And He is the Father of the world. He is the creator of the world. And He has hidden Himself in every particle of this world. God is there. He pervades the entire world. So He is the Father of the world, and He is the only one who belongs to us. Jag ka pita hai apna. So, oh my mind, the Father of the world, the creator of the world belongs to you, not the world. The world doesn't belong to you. The soul is not made of 5 gross elements. The soul is a spark of God. It is a divine fraction of God. ईश्वर अंश जीव अविनाशी, चेतन अमल सहज सुख राशि, प्राण प्राण के जीवन जी के, स्वार्थ रहित सखा सब ही के. Ramcharitmanas says that the individual soul is a part and parcel of the Supreme Soul. So we belong to God, who is causelessly merciful and who is completely unselfish. Swarath Rahit. He has no selfish motive. He has no selfish agenda to fulfill through us. There's no selfishness in him. He's completely selfless. He just gives and gives and gives. Even when he seems to be taking, he's only giving. Only giving, giving, giving. He is the only one who belongs to us. This has to be told to the mind again and again. It's not enough to tell the mind once or twice or 10 times. This has to be driven. These points have to be driven home to the mind, because the mind is not really accepting it right now. You are thinking, I know this. This is basic knowledge, right? I am the Atma, and the world is for the sake of the body, and I belong to God, and only God belongs to me. I know that. Yes, indeed, we know this. We know all this, but we haven't accepted it. We have to know that as well, that we haven't accepted it. If we had accepted it, our life will be totally different. Perhaps we're on the way to accept it. We are trying to accept it. We are accepting it a little bit, not completely yet. So we know it, but we don't accept it. This is why this has to be told to the mind again and again and again. Rasari avat jat pe sil pe hot nisan. A saint has said, if you pass a rope, if you rub it against a stone again and again, go back and forth on the stone with a rope, that rope will make an indentation on the stone. It will cast an impression on the stone. So no matter how worldly a mind we may have, but if we tell this philosophy to the mind, if we speak these truths to the mind again and again, eventually the mind will accept that, yes, this is the truth. You're telling me the truth. I accept it now. I didn't accept it in countless lives. I didn't accept it at all. But now I'm beginning to understand that this is true. Repetition is very important. Repetition. जग तो है माया का बना, एक हरि ही है अपना. The world is made of Maya, but the soul has nothing to do with Maya. The body is made of Maya, the world is made of Maya. So only God belongs to you. जग कोई तेरा ना मना, जग कोई तेरा ना मना, तन भी न तेरा अपना, तन भी न तेरा अपना. No one in the world belongs to you. Even your body is not your own. We are very attached to our body, very attached. But this body is not ours. We will leave and the body will have to be left behind. What is the phenomenon of death? It's just that the soul leaves the body. To go into another body or wherever it's meant to go, it will go there. Before it enters another body, it may go to Swarg, the celestial regions. It may go to Naraklok or the hellish regions for some time. And then it will enter another body. As long as we have not surrendered fully to God, this will go on, again and again. So, when we leave, when a person dies, the soul leaves, but the body is left behind, because God says you can't take the body with you. This physical body, that's one of the 3 bodies that we have. The physical body you cannot take with you. It was created in the mother's womb. It's not yours. You leave it behind. So even this body will not go with you. You will have to leave it behind. Even this body doesn't belong to you. What to speak of the world belonging to you? Your own body is not your own. We say, my own body, that's my own body. You'll have to leave it behind. It's not yours. It's just given for a little time, or maybe a long time, maybe many, many, many years, or maybe a few years. It's given to us for a limited period of time. Sancho sukh jagna mana, sukh ghan radha ramna. Sancho sukh jagna mana, sukh ghan radha ramna. Sumiran 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 Karle mana, chin chin radha ramna. The aspiring devotee addresses his mind and he says, "Oh, my mind, you are searching for happiness which has no limits, which once you attain it, is yours forever and ever. And happiness that will keep on increasing. It just keeps on increasing. That's what you want. And up until now, you have received happiness. You thought it was true happiness, but it was not, because it did not keep increasing. It, in fact, did the opposite. It kept on decreasing with every moment. It kept on decreasing until there was no happiness. And oftentimes, then it turned into sadness. Happiness, it was 100%, you thought. Then it went to 80%, 70%, 40%, 10%, 1%, 0. And now it's gone into the negative. It's making me miserable. The same object, the same person is making me miserable, I tell you. He used to say, "Oh, I cannot live without her. If I don't marry her, I will kill myself." And she thought, "Oh my God, this fellow is going to kill himself. I must marry him." And he used to go around, he used to just walk around that block, because that's where her house is, went around making rounds just for a glimpse of her. Then he married her, and he thought, "Oh my goodness, is there any fellow luckier than myself?" And then some time passed. She's not giving me that much happiness now, as much as she was. And then, oh my goodness, who did I marry? Who is this? Same person? Doesn't seem like it. And then he's saying, "I cannot live with you any longer." Earlier it was, "I cannot live without you. तुम्हारे बिना नहीं रह सकते. अब तुम्हारे साथ नहीं रह सकते. I cannot live with you. This is enough. I've suffered enough now." It's like we say in our prayer, "I've had enough now. I've suffered enough. And now I have come to realize that life with you is hell. It's hellish. I cannot do this. I've tolerated you enough." What happened? What happened to that happiness? There was a woman who said to me, and it was a genuine question. She said, "Devi, why is it that when I first got married, it used to be that I used to tell him, before I open my eyes in the morning, I want you to stand in front of me so that when I open my eyes, I have your darshan. You are the first one I see." There was so much love in my heart. And then she said, fast forward 15 years, and I say to him, "Make sure you're out of the room when I open my eyes, so that I don't see your manhus surat. So I don't see your sad face, sorry face. I don't want to see it. Get out of the room." And this was a true story. It was a genuine question. And I said, "Well, you need to listen to this lecture that I'm going to be giving in the temple about nature of the world. So you'll understand. First, it's all wonderful, and it's like, it's wonderful. Chandramukhi, that stage is there." And Maharajji had, I cannot remember the poem, or rather the little shade, but it was like in the beginning, it was even the perspiration, her perspiration smelled like roses. And now she uses even itr, and it smells bad. She uses perfumes and it smells bad. It's a passage of time. And then now there's no more happiness. Because it wasn't there in the first place. It's not like she thought, I'm going to make him miserable. Or he thought, now I'm going to make her miserable. It's not like that. It's just that the mind thinks there's happiness in this person. So the mind starts receiving that imaginary happiness. It starts experiencing it. A very effective example is given by Sri Maharaj Ji. He says it's like a dog that chews on a dried up bone. There's no flesh on it, no blood on it. It's completely dry. The dog is chewing on that bone and chewing on it, chewing on it. And the dry bone causes the dog's throat to bleed. And the dog is now sucking its own blood. And the foolish dog is thinking, my, what a tasty bone this is. It's so juicy. The foolish dog doesn't realize it's sucking its own blood. The blood is not coming from the bone, it's his own blood. In the same way, we're not receiving happiness from anyone or anything. We're just imagining it and it seems real to us. If it was real, then we will always be happy with that person or with that thing. But that happiness goes away, so it would be wise for us to realize that there was never happiness in that person or in that object. There was never happiness in that place. Like, Hawaii, piece of paradise. They say, there's no paradise. There's a lot of people living in Hawaii, they're miserable too. So if there was happiness there, everybody would be happy at all times. It doesn't happen. No place is like that. No person is like that. No object is like that. So here the truth is being told. Sacho sukh jag na mana. True happiness cannot be found in the world. Sukh ghan Radha Ramana. Radha Raman, the delighter of Radha Rani's heart. Shri Krishna, he is unlimited happiness. It would be wrong to say that God has happiness. The correct statement would be God is happiness. That's what the Vedas tell us. The eternal voice of God, the Vedas, they say, Anando Brahma. Raso vai saha. Jo anand sindhu sukh rashi si karte trailokya upasi. Various scriptures have said, they've called God happiness. Anand Ghan means unlimited happiness. God is unlimited happiness. Anyone who attains God realization now will receive for all eternity unlimited happiness. We cannot wrap our head around that. Unlimited happiness? We've also always tasted limited happiness. I was happy for 1 week in 2012. Oh, that period of time, that was like for those 2 years, I was really happy. Then I have not known happiness since then. Well, you're mistaken. You weren't happy even at that time. That wasn't real happiness, because had it been real happiness, you would still have it. So the world does not have real happiness to give. That's why we're not satisfied. Sometimes we say, I'm really, really happy. One says, I got so much happiness when I got married. Another says, well, we became really happy when we had our child, finally. Another says, I was so happy when I finally found a job of my dreams. But if you ask those people sometime later, are you still happy? Chances are the answer will not be yes. So happiness that lasts for a year or a month or a few hours, that's not real. Real happiness is when you reach God, when you attain God, and you are happy all the time. It will be with you. No one can rob you of it. And you see, we hear about these saints like Mirabai, Surdas, Tulsidas, Sant Kabir, Rahim, all these saints. And many of them were very poor, and almost all of them were condemned by society. Almost all of them were condemned by society. But regardless of the fact that they had no money, no friends, society was against them, some were trying to kill them, some were trying to steal from them, some were trying to discredit them, some were trying to malign them. Despite all this, why were they so happy? Have you ever thought about it? Mirabai got poison to drink. That was a gift for her. Here, take poison and die. And the poison turned into nectar. And even when she was criticized by society, she was happy. She knew only happiness because of Shri Krishna, because of God. She put her mind on God. She united her mind with God to such an extent that she felt only true happiness. And no matter how her own family treated her, she was never miserable. She was always happy. Here we are thinking, to be happy, I need money. These saints were penniless, most of them. They were happy. You need friends and you need people to like you to be happy. Most of these saints were condemned by society. They were called nasty, nasty names. Nasty names. They were called characterless. They were maligned. They were laughed at. They were mocked. But they were still happy. Narsi Mehta, his house burnt down. Family destroyed, and he is laughing and he is singing and dancing in the streets. And he's thinking, Lord Krishna must have thought that these are all distractions. He took them away. But he knows what he's doing. How can you be happy when your house is on fire? And you find that your family is perishing. How can you be happy, I ask you? You can be happy only if you trust God fully and you trust Him to do the right thing, and you don't ever object to His workings, to what He does. And you always accept what He gives you as His prasad, as His grace. Whether He gives life or death, whether He gives fame or infamy, whether He gives wealth or poverty. The only way you can be happy is when you trust Him fully and you have Him on your mind and He keeps on giving you happiness. You don't know unhappiness. You don't know any stress. You don't have any problems. You're always happy, regardless of what the external world is doing and what it's giving to you or what you don't have of the world. Tan sukh jag mein mana, jeev sukh hari mein ghana. Tan sukh jag mein mana, jeev sukh hari mein ghana. जग सुख झूठा है मना, हरि में ही सुख अपना. जग सुख चट्टू घुनघुना, सांचो सुख हरि चरना. सुमिरन कर ले मना, छिन छिन राधा रमना. छिन छिन राधा रमना. So, oh my mind, think each and every moment, meditate each and every moment on the delighter of Radharani's heart. Meditate on Shri Krishna each and every moment. Tan sukh jag mein mana. The world has happiness to give, but that happiness is the happiness for your body, not your happiness, not the soul's happiness. Jeev sukh hari mein ghana. The soul's happiness lies in God, and that too, unlimited happiness. Jag sukh jhoota hai mana. Oh my mind, worldly happiness is an illusion. Hari mein hi sukh apna. Your happiness lies only in God. A thirsty animal, like the deer, it's in a desert, and it's feeling very thirsty, and it spots water from a distance. It runs towards it and is disappointed because that was not water, it was an illusion. In Hindi we call it Mrig Trishna. The word for mirage we call it mirage in English, and it's Mrig Trishna. Is the illusion of the deer. That the deer thinks there's water there, but it was just the sun's rays, the rays of the sun, falling on the ground in such a way that it gave impression of there being water. So the deer, it's still thirsty, and it runs, still searching for water, And again, it sees water at a distance. But when it goes there, again, it's fooled because there was no water. The sun is shining on the ground in such a way that it gives the impression of water. In the same way, we think there is happiness, but it's only a mirage. It's only an illusion. Again, we think, okay, now I didn't find happiness there. I'll find happiness there. I think it's there. So we go there, again, we're disappointed. I think it's over there. I think it's over there, behind me. Oh, I don't know. Happiness was behind me and I was looking in front of me. It's over there. We run there, there's no happiness there either. No matter where we go, we don't find happiness that we are seeking. So we are disappointed. Jag sukh chattu ghunguna. A child has a little rattle in his hand, and the mother puts that rattle in his hand to, okay, entertain yourself, I'm going to go cook a meal. I'm going to get you your lunch, so I'm going to give you something to eat. And you just play with this chattu ghunguna, it's a little rattle. That's what the world is like. The happiness of the world is like a little rattle that, the child likes it. Oh, it makes nice sound. The rattle makes a sound and it looks nice. So it looks good and it makes nice sound. So the child entertains himself for a while. And in the same way, we are entertained by the world. The world is just like that. A new car, oh, a rattle. That's a rattle. A new house. Yeah, it's like the chattu ghunguna. That's all it is. A new job, chattu ghunguna. I became a lottery winner, got a lot of money. Chattu ghunguna. That's what it is. A spouse, new spouse, chattu ghunguna. That's all. That's it. It's all chattu ghunguna. Remember that. It's just a rattle. It's a toy. That's it. There's no real happiness in that. But the thing is, the child throws away the rattle at some point and starts crying for its mother. But we have been playing with this chattu ghunguna, this rattle called the world, for countless lives, and we haven't put it away. We haven't cried for our mother. Radharani, I don't want this world. I want you. We haven't cried. The child cries for its mother, and the mother says, okay, now he's had enough of the rattle. It's okay, I'm finished doing what I had to do. And she picks up the child. In the same way, if we cry, if we leave the world and say, you have been deceiving me. You gave me this toy. I don't want the toy. It doesn't give me happiness. I'm bored with it. Just leave the world and cry out for Radharani. She will come. Adhyagamad yadishravat sahasranibhi rutibhi. Rigved says, O humans, cry out to him. When you cry for God, he will come with his unlimited arms to embrace you. He doesn't have 2 arms. He has unlimited arms. Think of that loving embrace. You just have to cry for him. You just have to say, I'm tired playing with this toy. It's boring. I don't want it. It's not interesting. It's not giving me what I want. It's just like a pacifier in the mouth of the child. The child is just licking its own saliva. And then eventually the child says, oh, no, I don't want this, and throws that pacifier away. And then cries for the mother, and the mother comes. So this world, says Jagat Guru Shri Kripaluji Maharaj, Jag Sukh Chattu Ghunguna. Sancho Sukh, real happiness, is at the lotus feet of the Lord. Jag Sab Swarthi Mana Hari Hi Hitaishi Apna. जग तो विनाशी है मना, जीव अविनाशी अपना. स्वर्ग भी है माया का बना, वह भी विनाशी है मना. जग जल में ना घी मना, श्रम ही है या को मथना. सुमिरन 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 कर ले मना, छिन छिन राधा रमना. जग सब स्वार्थी मना. Everyone in the world is seeking to serve his or her own selfish motive. Hari hi hitashi apna. Only God is your true well-wisher. You see, what we want is happiness that will never go away, happiness that has no limits, happiness that will keep on increasing with every moment. That's what we want. Nothing less than that. And so that the world cannot give us, only God can give us. And everybody is, now imagine, that's a reality. Think about it. Everybody's wanting the same happiness. Everybody's wanting the same thing. And yet we are trying to get happiness from each other. So imagine a whole bunch of beggars and they're begging from one another. They're begging, all of them are beggars, and they're begging from one another. And they're fooling one another too. So one beggar asked the other, Bhaiya, can you give me something? Oh yeah, I'll give you $10,000. Can I give you a check? Okay. So he writes a $10,000 check. The other one goes to the bank, and the bank said, what? Get out of here. This guy has only $100 to his name. Can I give you $10,000? The check bounces. So people in the world are saying, sure, I can give you happiness. I can give you happiness. Get married to me and I'll make you happy. Make me your friend, I'll make you happy. I'll make you happy. Of course, I have lots of happiness to give. Mother says, child, I'm your mother and my job is to make you happy. I'll make you happy. She cannot make him happy because she is seeking happiness for herself through the child. We're seeking happiness from one another. It's like a beggar begging from another. And we're fooling one another. Sure, I have a lot of happiness to give, and there's no happiness here. And it's not that we should think negatively about people in the world, that they are just terrible people, selfish people. We're also selfish. We're self-serving as well. We want our own happiness. And if we do help others, it's not at the cost of our own happiness. No. My happiness, number one. Yours, number two. Or 3, 4, 5, whatever it is. But my happiness is number one. It comes first. And a lot of times we do good to others because it makes us feel good to do good, doesn't it? If we are good to others, it makes us feel good. So we do good to others, even that is self-serving. That's being self-serving. Because it makes me feel good when I help you out. So helping you out is not an unselfish act on my part. I'm still being selfish. I'm being self-serving because it makes me feel good. That's why I help you. If it didn't make me feel good to help you, I wouldn't help you. So that is what is meant by Jag Sab Swarthi Mana. That is everyone. It's a fact. It's a reality because everybody's looking for happiness. Nobody has it. So how can anyone give to another? How can anyone give to another what he doesn't have for himself? Jagato vinashi hai mana. The world is subject to destruction. The soul is eternal. So how can you think that the eternal soul will get what it wants from this perishable world? And if you think there's happiness in Swargalok, in the celestial abode, think again. Even the celestial abode is made of Maya. As such, it will also come to an end. It does not give happiness which is unlimited and everlasting. Even Devtas in Swargalok, they're not content. They're not satisfied. They want more, something more. Jagasukh kshanik mana. Worldly happiness is fleeting. Godly happiness, on the other hand, is bhuma. Yovai bhuma tat sukham, says Chandogya Upanishad. True happiness is unlimited. It's bhuma. So, harisukh, happiness of God, is unlimited and everlasting. One last one. Jag jal mein na ghee mana, shram hi hai yako mathna. Expecting happiness from the world is like churning water and expecting to extract ghee, clarified butter, out of it. In the end, the only result of your effort is the effort itself. So a fellow saw someone else churning, the old-fashioned way, churning milk, and he eventually extracted, curd and made butter and then ghee out of it. And he thought, okay, I shall also do the same. He didn't have any milk, he just churned water. He kept churning. Whole day, he churned and churned and churned. Nothing came out of it. The only thing he got out of it was exhaustion. That's all. Effort did not result in anything else but making that effort. It did not result in anything but exhaustion. So if we are looking for happiness in the world, our efforts are only going to exhaust us. Why should I say they're going to exhaust us? They have exhausted us. We are exhausted, looking for happiness in the world and not finding it anywhere, not finding it. So Jagatguru Sri Kripaluji Maharaj is saying, think, O my mind, where true happiness lies. I will continue with this tomorrow. बोलिए जगतगुरु श्री कृपालु जी महाराज की जय, श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे।